Well, good morning and welcome back to Rising World. We are going to continue working on the inn and tavern on these beams. I've gotten quite a bit done, but we still have quite a bit to do. I went ahead and harvested a bunch of wood and planted all these trees yesterday. So in game, one day has passed, and we'll keep tabs on it to see how it does. There are some spruce out there that I planted, and some hickory, and some London plane, and a bunch of birch. The birch usually comes up in a day, and I don't know what that noise was. Wow, there was some kind of noise in the game, and I don't know what it was. Anyway. Strange. So if it goes according to the way it has been going, the spruce are not going to get much bigger than that. The birch will come up and get big, and I don't know about the other two. I've had mixed results with hickory. Sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. So we'll see. I did not cut but a couple of spruce because of the issues that I've been having with it. But anyhow. Okay, so I did go ahead and add in a bunch more beams in between. And I'm kind of thinking that this is a sufficient number. I think this will work. In the middle here, I did something different. I decided to go out with this here because there is a gable that goes on above the door here. That might be too high. It may need to go down a little bit because this floor that I'm standing on is not the regular height. In fact, I'm not exactly sure the level of the second floor, what I want it to be. Right now, this is the level of the second floor. I guess this could be 3 stories if there was an attic, but a lot of that's going to be open. And I'm thinking that this walkway I've got here, this has to move. In fact, I think it's going to be on this side. And I'm actually toying with the idea of going up this direction with the walkway because it needs to come over this. This whole area here on where the entryway is and where this fireplace is, I want that to be open to the ceiling. So I may sneak a couple of bedrooms in on like a third floor. Tiny ones. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how that works. The floor would come down because it's certainly not going to be as thick as it is up there. It would probably sit on this level and be fairly thin. So it could work. It could actually work. So I do know that I've got a couple of things I need to fix. Let me fix this one beam first because I know it's not in the right place. And now that we have good light, I can see how far off it is. I think it's supposed to line up with this and doesn't. So let me go up there now that we have good light and see where I need to move that to. It's this one, and I think it's just this beam is off. So if I take this out, yeah, I think that's what we'll do. Number 2. Hey, come back here. I started playing around with some beams over there, and I've got a beam floating in the sky over here, and I can't get to it, but it's in the wrong place, so. Yeah, it's sitting down there. Okay, so it needs to go, oops, squat. Oh, and that one's a little squirrely too, isn't it? That one's squirrely in a different way. It's just got a little thing sticking up where it shouldn't. That might be okay. We'll tackle that after this. All right. So what we'll do is we'll start over here because this is correct. Yeah. And we'll make this 0.5 by 0.5. Whoops. And whoops. Up. We'll go all the way up and see where that gets us. And we'll line it up with this one. Okay, I think that's where I want that. Hit Control and move that over here. And it needs to line up with that one up there because I think that one is in the right place. Oh, well now, that also is too long. Huh. Well, I will have to fix that, I guess. Now, why does it do this? Do you guys experience that too? My dog is chewing a bone. Sorry about the noise. Where you hit it and then it flips around. It's a bit weird. Okay, let's see. Okay, so that is in the right place, I think. No, we'll do it this way. Can I get to it? That's the question. There we go. Okay, hit the period until we get to the right spot. There we go. And if this is now correct, it should. Ooh, does it though? Does it line up? This doesn't seem right. It doesn't, no, it does not seem right. Not at all. It is not. Ugh, okay. All right, let's try this again. I didn't have it in the right spot. Let's try this beam over here. this really should work. Okay. Dog, why so noisy? Okay, what was I doing? Whoops, wrong one. All right, that looks right. Pray that it is. Is it? I mean, is it? Is it? I don't know. Kind of have to look at it from different sides because you just cannot tell, or at least I cannot. Okay, move. Okay, that does look better. Yes. And it goes back up to its original spot. Okay. Come on. Okay, that looks right. And see, I think that might be too long. So let's go down here. And check the length of this one. That one is too oh no, that's the one that goes into the fireplace, so that is right. This one here is different. It comes to a different point. Dang it. I'm just going to use it like that. Got it. And it is a little off. This beam down here is a little off too, but you know what? I don't care. It's going to be covered up with plaster anyway, or parts of it are. No one will ever see it. Okay, that looks right except for that little spot up there. Let's go fix that. I'm very persnickety about these things because you have to be, I think. Okay, let's see. So this little piece here is too long. Also, does that line up correctly? It does, it's just too long. All right. Can I not get it? Where did it go? Is it just sitting up there somewhere? Huh, okay. Yeah, it is. It's sitting up there. Come on, you can do it. There we go. Okay. So we need I have to think for a second. My brain was not cooperating. I believe that is in the right place, except it needs to go we'll do it this way. And shoot. Well, that actually looks correct, but I'm going to go and do this and see if I can get it in the right spot. This may not work. Where are you going? Oh, this is so funny. Okay, that's not going to do it. Okay, so if I align it there, and then it's so difficult. So push it forward, and that doesn't seem right either. Okay, that is looking a little better. Okay, I think that might be it. The weather on this here island kind of sucks. At first there was no rain, and now there's nothing but rain. Alright, so now what I want to do is I want to design this I don't know what you call it. It's a curved beam that goes across here, but it's curved, and it has a few struts that come down like so, and then it has some little hammer beam things here to hold it. And what that would normally do, I guess, is to support the truss, but also to push the weight to these vertical beams to hold up the building. And I think the way to do it is to start with the vertical support in the center. So let's make us a beam, and I don't know the is this a 5 by 5? Let's see, it is a 5 by 5. So let's go up to 5. Let's see how that is. That's probably too much. Yeah, that's too much. Also, I think it needs to be smaller. Let's go 3 by 3. And also shorter. this to go here. Oh, maybe it needs to come down a little bit. So maybe a little bit longer. Let's try that. It looks very different depending on what direction you're looking. Okay, so I think that's like centered, but it needs to go in a little bit. Might be too much. Let's have a look from this side. This dark wood is just so hard to see. I'm gonna try the zoom. Also, oops. That's about right. And that's not quite perfect. Okay, that to me looks accurate. Pretty accurate, not perfect. It looks like there's no getting it perfect, so I'm going to have to be happy with it there. I'm going to accept that and hope that that is correct, and move it to the next beam. And I wish that we had a little bit better visibility. That one there does not look like it's completely centered, but that's okay. That will be fine for that piece. And let's move it. I've got the smallest grid chosen because that's the only way to get them accurate. And I'm thinking that I might want to change that to at least a bigger increment while I'm moving it. Okay. So we'll go up in increments to get it where we want it to go, and then finesse it when we get there. That looks pretty close. And we'll have to do this with every single board. And this is just the first spoke that will hold up the center of the curve. So we'll be building this out of parts, and every board will need to be moved by hand because no blueprints, no group and copy paste, which is something I really, really wish they'd make. But no such luck. That almost looks perfect. Yes, thank you. Now there's a guy, I think his name on here is JF something, 9 or 99 or something. Anyway, he is building that cathedral that I showed you. And because this is a survival world, he is doing it all manually. And I imagine that he's got many thousands, tens of thousands of parts like this that he is finessing. I'm quite impressed. Okay. So let's run back to this side since that seemed to work okay. And we're going to rotate, oops, this way, this piece, and we're going to use the, no, I don't know if I want to do this, though it might be more accurate if we do. Here's what we'll do. Okay, I want this to be, yeah, I think that will work. And we'll go out. No, I think that's too fat. Okay. I think we'll go with one. You know, this is going to be an experiment. I just don't know how well this is going to work. We'll try one block wide segments and see how that goes. Okay, so this one, I'm gonna, let's see, what do I have my rotation set at? I think I need it to be, I got it at 15. Let's try 10. So that's 10. That's, oh, no, wait a minute. That's the wrong direction, is what that is. Okay, that's 10. That's 20. That's too much. Let's go back and try 15. And this is kind of what I do. I just try to work it out, and I guess you probably all do it the same way. You figure out what's going to work. So that's 15. And okay, I think that's the center dot. And we'll hit Control, and then we'll page up. Wow, I think it's going to need even smaller increments. And I thought, at one point, I thought about making a wedge shape and trying to use that, and I wonder if that would work. The problem is I don't know what size wedge shape to make. But obviously, a 0.5 is not going to work. Let's try shortening it. Okay, so that is 0.6. And I said 0.5, I meant a 1 block width. So that's 0.6, but now this block in the center looks funky. That's not what I was going for. See, I just don't know. There must be an easy way. People who know geometry probably would know how to do this. And we don't have a curved piece. Well, we have a semicircle. I wonder if I could use that as a guide. I could use... No, it still wouldn't get big enough, I don't think. No, I don't think that's going to work. See, I ran into the same problem over here trying to figure that one out, and it's not perfect. I did it a similar way. It's not perfect by a long shot. And I think I used 5 and 10 degree increments, and these are pretty short pieces. And I think this is about the same distance. I wish there was an easier way to do this. I honestly think that the old method, where you could spin it around from a central point, was easier than what we have here to a degree. Let me try this. Let me try making this shorter. And then moving this to this point. What I'm thinking is going ahead and doing it all the same degree and hoping that it comes out in the right place. And then filling in the gaps with little pieces. I don't know if that's going to work. That's a lot of pieces to be moving. Maybe I should rethink this and do it in straight angled pieces. Would that get me the same? It might get me what I want. Let me try that. I'm taking this out because it's kind of in the way. Now what I want is I want some pieces that come down. They don't come down like they don't come down at a 90. They come down like at a weird angle, like so, like that. So I have to mirror the angle on both sides. And then attaching a board from I'm sure that viewing this is probably if you're still watching, it's probably making you crazy. And I've gone 35 minutes and I have not done anything. Jeez. Well, you know, these challenging builds, they do take longer. Oh, look at my trees. And then I yell shiny and go look at something else. Yeah, they're looking good, except that spruce tree over there is not growing. That's not surprising, I guess. Cool. I will soon have another forest. I'm still in a bit of a quandary to know how to do this. And is that where I want it, or should it be longer? I'm trying to think. The picture that I'm going by, I believe that the roof is actually steeper. This angle here is not a right angle. It's a steeper, more acute angle. And so this is a little deeper. But that's probably okay. And the light is fading again. And this black wood is so tough to see. Maybe I could see it better from this side. Don't fall. Also, I'm zoomed, but that's okay. So that should not be the same. It should be about 2/3 of that size, I think. Okay, let me make another piece that size. So it is 3 by 2.3 by 3. And this is oops. So I said about 2/3. So let's go that size. And I'm just going to pick that spot and I'm going to change the angle. Let's see if I can find the correct button to use. I'm going to go with that angle. Well, that is, it seems, I don't know what the heck I'm doing here. Let's see. Alright, it is straight, but it is looking kind of weird. What if I change that angle to that and go a little shorter. page up, 1. I need to look at this from over here. That needs to go. Okay, I think that will work. Okay. I'm just going to do the whole of this one side. Or first, maybe connect it. So let's okay, so that's pretty good. I'm not hating that. I want to bring that down. Okay. Then maybe I put this one in next, only it needs to be angled a little bit more. Okay. And made shorter. Let's have a look at that. Well, it's not as elegant as I would like it to be, but it gives the impression of what I was going for. Kind of. I actually think maybe it needs to be, these need to be deeper. It needs to come down a bit more, like to right there. But I'm gonna let you go right here because I think I need to perfect this, and it's gonna take me a while. And then I can on the next stream I can either move on and do something else, or just show you how I reproduced it. Pretty much the same as what you already saw. Yeah, so when I bring you back, I'll be doing something different probably, but I'll show you how I wound up doing this. This is not exactly what I'm going for, but you get the idea, I think. And I'm going to die of thirst any moment, so I better quit now and say good night, and we'll see you next time. I hope my trees grow. I really hope my trees grow. Grow, trees, grow. Okay. Bye-bye.